What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for dropping by. If you're new, remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads from us. And if you're returning, like I always say, I appreciate you guys. Now, a couple of months ago I did a Q&A and a lot of you asked, what do I use for my YouTube channel? So in this video I'm going to be answering those questions, and I'm going to be showing you what I use for my YouTube channel, my videos, everything that I do, and I'll just give you reasons why I chose that gear. So firstly, the camera. So for the camera, I chose the Canon M50. This goes by recommendation from the guys at Think Media. I watched a lot of videos that they did on the camera and decided, since I'm just starting my channel, this would probably be the best camera that I can go for. And the reasons I went for it: the autofocus is pretty dope, and it's got a flip out screen, which is great, so you can always see if you are framing yourself correctly. And also it's got interchangeable lenses, so you know, as and when I start investing in better lenses, I know I can always add better lenses to this camera, and it will also take the production value way up. Also, it's got a external mic input, which is great, so I can just add a microphone on top, which I have right now. That's what I'm using. Or if I want, I can add a lavalier mic, especially like for sit down videos like this. I should really use a lavalier mic, but sometimes I just find it's easy just having the Rode Video Micro on top there, because it's always there anyway. I never take it off, so sometimes like just carry on, what's the point of taking it off? So but if I wanted complete a better sound than what you're having now, I can use a lavalier mic, which I have, and yeah, you get more crisp sound and you don't get too much background noise. But this little microphone is pretty good, but we'll get to that in a minute. But the camera, yeah, it's a great camera. I'm not going to go into the details, but it's great. 1080 is on point. Like I said, autofocus is right up there with the best. Now secondly is the audio. So video is important, but audio is equally as important, because people don't want to damage their ears, so the audio is important. So I use an external mic with this camera, which is the Rode Video Micro with a little dead cat on top, which is great. I haven't had any problems with it, and I find when you're out and about, yeah, kind of sticks out, but sometimes it's a talking point, sometimes nah. But it's really good because it really enhances the sound quality, because the sound quality on the microphone on the camera itself is not great. So for example, if I take that out, this is the sound that is coming from the built-in microphone on the Canon M50. It's probably terrible, but it's probably not as clear. But if I push this back in, I think this audio is a lot better. So that's why I went to this camera, and the microphone is not too big, so it's not too intimidating, especially when you're out and about vlogging, whatever. It's, you know, it's easy going. So it's a great little microphone. Probably at some point I'll invest in the wireless one, which just means you haven't got like that dead cat sitting on top there, and you can just have like a laugh. So yeah, but that will be at some point. But for now, I'm using the Rode Video Micro for my M50. So for my lighting, I am using the Neewer Ring Light, which is just over there. I was using soft boxes before, but what I found was, I don't know, they're just bulky and they were not as bright as I wanted them to be, because I noticed in my previous videos I used to get a lot of grain even though I was using the soft boxes, because I was having to raise the ISO on the camera so high. So I invested in a ring light, which is a lot easier because it just packs down. And this is the box, or like the bag, carry bag that it comes in. So that's great. I can literally just tear it down, go, and if I'm somewhere, if I'm on holiday, I can just pull that out and I can be good to go. So I got the ring light, and what else do I use? I've got the lights in the back there. They're little LED lights. Again, they're newer, which I'll be doing an unboxing on those very soon. They come with like the gels and everything else, so they just add a bit of color. If you can see my previous videos, I didn't have those. Those are really new, and yeah, I just like that they add a bit of color to the background, so it's not boring, right? So that is what I have for my lighting setup. So for my lenses, I use the kit lens, which is the 15 to 45mm, and that's the one I'm using right now. Just like, it's a decent lens. It's not too wide, which would be great, which is why I need to invest in another lens. But it's okay. It's okay for what it does. And I also got the 50mm Nifty 50, as it's widely known. So I use that a lot of time for B-roll, and I use it for portraits. I want to take pictures of the kids, etc., my wife, the family. I usually use that, but those are the two lenses that I use. And as always, when I'm using those lenses, if I'm in the house like now, where I'm doing like sit down videos, I don't need an ND filter because it just makes it dark for no reason. But when I'm out and about and it's sunny and there's a little bit of light, I always use my ND filter, which is a Hamer. I'll throw the link in the description, as well as link to everything that I'm talking about. I'll put links in the description to where you can get it from if you do choose to get it from there. So those are the two lenses that I use at the moment. I'm looking to invest in one of the Sigma lenses because they are fire. So I need to get my hands on one of those. So storage and memory. Yeah, so I use for my camera, I've got the 64 gig SanDisk Extreme, I think is called. And I kind of did my research on that, and I wanted to make sure that it's got good writing speeds. So that's why I got the one that I'm using right now. And I also use the SanDisk Extreme SSD. I use that. I literally chose that because I wanted to edit from the SSD card. So I was having issues with the space and the storage on my laptop literally running out, because I use Final Cut, the way it renders, etc. It creates like render files and they take up a lot of space. So I wanted to basically not have that issue. So I got an SSD card, it's 500 gig. At some point I'll probably look to get another one, probably like a terabyte, 2 terabytes. But at the moment, for what I use it for, I've only got a 500 gig SSD card, which is great because I just put everything on there into like a folder structure that I've got, and then I can just take everything from there, edit from the SSD card in Final Cut, and then all the render files go on there, and at the end when I finished, I can just consolidate, and it just kind of like cuts down all the render files, so the file is not 15 gig, it ends up being something like less than a gig, couple of kilobytes of the render files. So that's why I edit from the SSD card, and I would encourage everyone to do the same because it just keeps your computer, your laptop, whatever you're editing from, nice and running well. Next on the list is my Joby Gorilla Pod, because I'm sometimes just out and about vlogging. It's so easy because you can just put, it just enables you to just put, you know, your camera at arm's length, and also benefits that it's got like the bendy legs, so you can just set your camera anywhere and you can hook it up onto anything and you're good to go. So that's what I use, and I've also got like a small one that I use for the GoPro. So I also use the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. I know the 4 has just come out, but I got the 3 literally when it came out, and that's good. Nice gimbal for the mobile, and I use that a lot sometimes just to get like B-roll if we're out and about and I haven't taken my main camera. I can still use my phone, which got a decent camera, which is the Google Pixel 3 XL. Google have got decent cameras on their phones, but yeah, I just attach it to that and I use that as the gimbal. I can use it for vlogging, and I can use it to get, you know, just nice battery smooth footage. I think I used it a couple of videos ago when I was just chasing Noah on his scooter, and yeah, the footage came out alright and it's quite good, easy to use. So again, that's what I use just to add the value and the production elements to my videos. My GoPro Hero Session 4. Now this little camera is good, powerful, but it just allows me sometimes, again, if I don't want to take my phone for vlogging, if I don't want to take this camera for vlogging, I can just take this, because 1, it's waterproof, 2, it's really small, like literally just a cube, and the microphone is pretty good. You can tell me. I did a whole vlogging just using this for like a whole week. I'll put the video up here or up here, and you can tell me how good the audio was. I thought the audio was pretty good. Obviously it wasn't as windy, so maybe that's the advantage, but when it's windy, I guess it can get really bad audio, maybe. But yeah, pick this little guy up, and it works well. And again, it just adds something else different. I can just prop it up anywhere. I've got the the little tripod to go with it, so I can just mount it anywhere, and you get different footage. So that's good. And inside here, I've got another 64 gig. This is the micro SD. Again, it's SanDisk. I just stay on brand. This is not paid advertising for SanDisk, but I just find the memory cards really good, durable, and yeah, they do basically do what they say on the tin. So that's what I use in the GoPro. And lastly is my MacBook Pro. So I've got the mid 2014 version, which has got about 8 gigs of RAM, which is, it's alright for what I do and how I edit for YouTube. And to that, like I said, I always attach, I've got my SSD attached to that, permanently stays on there. So I'm mobile. I can just pick it up, go, it's already there. I don't have to worry about, gotta plug this in and everything else. So that's what I use, and I use Final Cut Pro for editing. I think I said in the previous video, I just found it easy to learn and to do what I needed to do, really. So that's what I use for editing, and that's the computer that I use for all my YouTube videos. So that is all the gear that I use for this YouTube channel. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. I'll reply to you. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads from us. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.